Hi friends, can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me, guys? Guys, can you hear me? We'll start the session in a couple of minutes, guys. Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Guys, if I'm audible, please give me a thumbs up in the comment box if I'm audible. So guys, today we are going to discuss some of the important topics from international relations. Our target today will be to quickly revise, do the rapid revision for international organizations. Okay, give me a thumbs up. Okay, most of you can hear me. I am very, very happy to see you. Most of you. Okay, I'm very happy. We have Vani, we have Tanpreet, we have Samiksha, we have Rashita, we have Aditya Surve, we have Saloni. Okay, we have Priyank. Super, super. How is the preparation going, guys? How is the preparation going? Everyone is working very hard. Guys, next 30 days can make your life. Let me tell you, next 30 days can make your life. Make every day count. Make every day count. Make every hour count. Make every minute count. Make every second count. And if you prepare, if you live the next 30 days with this philosophy that you are going to make everything count, guys, you are going to qualify. No one can stop you from qualifying the prelims examinations. Guys, as far as international organizations are concerned, okay, every year you will find one question coming from it. Okay, maximum one question. Okay, but they generally ask one question definitely you can get from this topic. One question you can definitely get from this topic, international organizations. So this year, which are those international organizations where the chances are very high? Which are these international organizations? So most important one, I think so, is the ICC and ICJ. ICC and ICJ, these are the two important organizations which are very, very important, and UPSC should ask this. UPSC should ask this. Other than that, WTO, again, very important organization which can be asked. WTO, okay, WTO is very important. If you go a little bit further, Interpol and FATF. Interpol and FATF, I'm giving you the priority. I'm giving you the priority in which you should prepare these important topics. Okay. Further, if you go further, okay, United Nations Security Council, United Nations Security, okay, Council, and okay, General Assembly, United Nations Human Rights. That is also very, very important because of the crisis which is happening. Okay, in the Palestine. Okay, Refugee Convention is also very, very important. UN Refugee Convention. Other than that, guys, last year WHO completed 75 years. I was expecting this question last year, but they did not ask. This year they can ask you WHO 75 years and IAEA. IAEA is important because of the Fukushima, okay, nuclear water release. Because of the Fukushima nuclear water release, then guys, some smaller organizations which are not very important but in news are UNCLOS, UN Statistical Commission, United Nations RWA, and OCHA. OCHA. These are okay, little less important, but they are also in news. With this, let us start our discussion, guys. With this, let us start our discussion. Can we clear prelims in 30 days? Yes. Yes. If you think you can, definitely you will. If you think you can, definitely you will. Okay, you will clear prelims. You have to clear prelims. Don't think that I will clear, I will not clear. You have to clear prelims. Okay, keep this in mind, guys. Keep this in mind. Okay, guys. So the very first topic, okay, very first topic which I feel is important. Okay, let me just show you 1 second. Yeah. So very first topic which I feel is very important this year is the International Criminal Court and International Court of Justice. Okay, very, very important. Okay. So the basic difference between them is what? International Court of Justice is basically the United Nations organ. It is a UN organ. Okay. And it is a civil court. It is a civil court and it takes cases between two members of UN. Two members of UN, okay? Whereas International Criminal Court is a criminal court. The name on itself says criminal court, and it takes cases against individuals who are basically accused of committing crime against humanity, genocides, crime against humanity, genocides. Very, very important. See, International Court of Justice is created from the UN Charter. It is created from the UN Charter. Okay, very, very important. UN Charter. Okay. Whereas International Criminal Court is created because of Rome Statute. Because of Rome Statute. Rome Statute. Very, very important. Rome Statute. Okay. See, individuals can be tried at International Court of, okay, International Criminal Court. Individuals can be tried at, individuals can be tried for war crimes at which court, guys? Individuals can be tried at which court? Can you tell me? Individuals accused of war crimes. Individual accused of war crimes can be tried at which court? Okay. In the comment box, see guys, answer the questions because I want it to be a two-way communication. This is not a class where I'm going to teach you everything. These cards I've already given you. I hope you have downloaded the cards. This is a rapid revision thing. So I want you to answer. So let me ask you. Yes, most of you are answering correctly. ICC is the answer. Recently, ICC, okay, issued arrest warrant against Putin. Arrest warrants against Putin. Okay, very, very important. Okay, so only those countries which are members of International Criminal Court, okay, there only this jurisdiction lies. Okay, but even in a case where a country is not, even in the case where a country is not the member of ICC, but if the country or if the individual commits the crime, okay, if the individual commits the crime in another country which is a member of ICC, then he can be tried. Like Russia, which is not the member of ICC. Russia is Russia the member of ICC? Guys, in the comment box, is Russia the member of ICC? Quickly, is Russia the member of ICC? Can anybody tell me? Is Russia the member of ICC? Answer is big no. Answer is no. Is America member of ICC? Answer is what? Again, no. Is Israel member of ICC? Is Israel member of ICC? Answer is again no. Answer is again no. Is India the member of ICC? Is India the member of ICC? Again, the answer is again big no. Okay. So members of ICC, they can ask you what are the members of ICC. Very, very important. And one more thing you should remember, the judgments passed by International Court of Justice is binding on the members. Okay. Very, very important. And ICJ also has what? Advisory jurisdiction. Advisory jurisdiction. It has an advisory jurisdiction. Recently, this advisory jurisdiction was in news. If any organ of United Nations wants any advice on any legal aspects, they can reach to the International Court of Justice. They can reach to International Court of Justice. International Court of Justice have 15 judges and 15 judges. It has 15 judges. They are appointed by United Nations Security Council and General Assembly. So this is very, very important. I hope the first topic is very, very important, guys. Everyone prepared the first topic? 9-year jurisdiction, someone is saying. Yes, very good. So first topic is clear. So please give me a thumbs up. Thank me that I am gifting you 2 marks. This is going to come in the UPSC prelims examination. I am going to gift you 2 marks. I just gifted you 2 marks. So gifted you 2 marks. Gifted you 2 marks in the UPSC prelims examination this year. Mark my word. Sir, question लड़वा दो, मजा आ जाएगा, आएगा यार. See what kind of questions can come from this topic. Let me just explain you. So they will give you question ICC versus ICJ. In same question, they will give you ICC versus ICJ. They will interchange things. They will interchange things. Rule of interchange. Rule of interchange. They can give you. Or what they can do is that, or what? Someone is saying, thank you, sir. Amazing, amazing. Yes. Now let us go to the next topic, guys. Next topic is Geneva Convention. Guys, war crimes are in news. War crimes are in news. So they can ask you, what are war crimes? What are war crimes? Where war crimes are defined? Where war crimes are defined? Very, very important, guys. So there is one humanitarian law which is called Geneva Convention. Very, very important. So very, very important. So war crimes are defined at many places. It is also defined in the Rome Statute, International Court of Justice. That Rome Statute which creates International Court of Justice, that also defines war crimes. You can see Rome Statute defines war crimes as killing, torture, inhuman treatment, extensive destruction of property, prisoners of war, taking hostages, etc., etc. So Geneva Convention is the international law which regulates armed conflict, and their effect on the civilians. They are specified to protect people during hostilities. So civilians, health workers, aid workers, if to protect them, Geneva Convention is there to protect them. So we have the first Geneva Convention, the second Geneva Convention, the third Geneva Convention, the fourth Geneva Convention, and 2 protocols. Very, very important. Very, very important. You can get a question on war crimes. So again, I'm gifting you 2 marks. I'm gifting you 2 marks. They can ask you, is war crime defined in any law? They'll give you, is war crime defined in any law? What constitutes war crime? If someone commits war crime, then where can he be tried? Where can he be tried? This kind of questions you can expect in the UPSC prelims examination. Again, 2 marks I am gifting you. Next, Interpol. Next topic, Interpol. Guys, thank you after the exam, sir. You are going to thank me after the exam. At least अभी तो एक बार वीडियो को लाइक ठोक दो यार. एग्जाम के बाद तो लाइक करोगे ही. एग्जाम के सेंटर में जादू आपको दिखेगा. प्रेडिक्शंस का जादू आप लोग को दिखेगा. You will see the magic of predictions. So Interpol is again very important, guys. Interpol, I am predicting this question. Why? Because you see, just 100 years before, founded in 1923. Very, very important intergovernmental organization. Very, very important international governmental organization. The headquarter is in France. Lyon in France. Publishes Global Crime Trend Report. This is very important. The important report is Global Crime Trend Report. And guys, you can see here, that in India, which is member of Interpol since 1956, it is the CBI. It is the CBI, which is the designated National Central Bureau of India. National Central Bureau of India. CBI is the National Central Bureau of the India for the Interpol. Very, very important. Is this clear, guys? Is this clear? Quickly. Okay, is this clear, guys? Next, what they can ask you? They can ask you the notices. Red notice, yellow notice, blue notice, black notice, green notice, orange notice, purple notice. Out of this notice, most important is the blue notice, which was in news recently because an incident happened in Karnataka. Blue notice. Okay, what is blue notice for? Collecting additional information about a person's identity, location, or activities related to a crime. Additional information. It is not for arresting, just collecting additional information. Blue notice. Very, very important. Blue notice. Is this clear, guys? So you should know all the notices. You should know all the notices. The most important one is the blue notice and this special notice of UN Security Council. Okay, guys? Okay, let us now move on to the next question, guys. Next topic. Guys, Security Council reform, United Nations Security Council reform, UN reforms are in news. Okay, so guys, you all know that United Nations Security Council is one of the principal 6 organs of United Nations, the other being the General Assembly, the Trusteeship Council, the Economic and Social Council, International Court of Justice, and the UN Secretariat. So there are 6. Okay, there are 6 UN organs. Out of these UN organs, United Nations Security Council is one of that. Okay, so what is the main responsibility of UNSC? To maintain peace and security. It has 15 members. 5 members are permanent. Which are these 5 members? We have USA, we have Russia, we have France, we have China, and we have UK. Very, very important. USA, Russia, France, China, and UK. India is trying to become a permanent member. India is trying to become a permanent member. For that, we need to expand. We need to expand the United Nations Security Council. The main thing about permanent member is that permanent members have veto power. Permanent members have veto power. Guys, any decision of United Nations Security Council must have affirmative vote of 9 members. Must have affirmative vote of 9 members, and no vote from any of the permanent member can, okay, stop that resolution. Okay, so no one should vote no from the P5. No one should vote no from the P5. Okay, so that is why it is said that United Nations Security Council, this permanent member which is called P5, have a right to veto. Have what? Right to veto. Is this clear, guys? Is this clear? So guys, in order to reform the United Nations, okay, in order to reform the United Nations, okay, there is some negotiations going on, intergovernmental negotiations. So which are the groups of intergovernmental negotiations? We have the African Union, we have the G4 nations. So what are G4 nations? It is India, Brazil, Japan, Germany. It is India, Brazil, Japan, Germany. Then we have Unity for Consensus Group, UFC. Which are the members of UFC, guys? Can you tell me which are the members of UFC, guys? Quickly. Which are the members of Unity for Consensus Group? Unity for Consensus Group. Which are the members of that? Like G4, India is there, Brazil is there, Japan is there, Germany is there. It is G4. So what are the members in, okay, United, okay, Consensus Group? Okay, you should know the names. It is very, very important. Okay, so guys, to reform the United Nations, we need what? United General Assembly must approve the reform by 2/3 majority. Very, very important. Okay, so for any reform, there must be, okay, it must be passed by the 2/3 majority. After approval of the United Nations General Assembly, the amended charter, UN charter, must be ratified by at least 2/3 members of states, including 5 permanent security members, or 5 should agree. All 5 should agree. Then only it can be done. Then only it can be done. Okay, guys, very, very important. Okay, so guys, important questions. I hope you are solving these important questions. Please get these important questions. You can telegram on this number to get them. Okay. So next important organization which is in news is FATF. FATF. In FATF, what they are going to ask is the gray list and the black list. The gray list is a warning list. Black list is kind of a ban kind of a thing. Okay. So gray list is a warning list. Okay, gray list, FATF gray list. Okay, and blacklist. Okay, blacklist is a kind of a non-cooperative countries which do not cooperate for taking special measures to control money laundering, to control terrorist financing, which is a threat to the international financial system. Okay, so blacklist. So Pakistan was on the blacklist. Pakistan was on the, okay, sorry, Pakistan was in the gray list. Sorry, Pakistan was in the gray list. Blacklist countries are North Korea, okay, Iran, okay, Myanmar. These are blacklist countries. Okay, Pakistan was in the gray list. It was in the gray list. Okay, sorry, there was a correction. Gray list. Okay, please make this, okay, in your this thing. Okay, so very important, guys. Okay, very important. Okay, you can see Nigeria was added in the gray list in 2023. Okay, so there are many countries which get added and they get removed also. Gray list and blacklist. Again, I'm saying gray list is like a warning. Gray list is like a warning. FATF, okay, was established. Okay, and its secretariat is at the OECD headquarter of Paris. OECD headquarter of Paris. 37 member countries. India is part of FATF. Okay, next, genocide convention. Next, genocide convention. Very important. Genocide convention. So convention on prevention and punishment of crime of genocide. Okay, which is called genocide convention, is an instrument of international law that codified the time of crimes of genocides. Okay, so genocides crime have been basically, okay, defined in this genocide convention. Okay, genocide convention, very important. It was adopted by United Nations. It was adopted by United Nations. Okay, you can see here on December 9, 1948. It obligates state parties to prevent and punish genocide. So this is in news. Genocide, very important. You need to, okay, prepare this. Genocide, very important. You can see this day, 9th December, is also very important for International Day on Commemoration and Dignity of Victims of Crimes of Genocides. Okay, so very important. You should definitely prepare this. Definitely prepare this. So countries which are part of this genocide convention, okay, they have some responsibilities. They have some responsibilities. What are these responsibilities? So obligations not to commit genocide, obligation to prevent genocide, obligation to punish genocide, obligation to enact necessary legislation, okay, to bring this effect, then obligation to ensure effective penalties, obligation to try person charged with genocides, okay, and obligations to grant extradition. These are obligations under the genocide convention. Very important. Very important. Okay, under this treaty, under this convention, any person who commits genocide, okay, they can be tried anytime. Okay, anytime. Their time is not a bound. Okay, time is not a bound in this. Okay, very important genocide convention. Next, white phosphorus. White phosphorus, very important, guys. White phosphorus. So this is in news. This can create. This is used in wars. These are used in wars. Okay, basically, and this may cause burn. This may cause, okay, various kinds of, okay, bodily injuries. This can cause. In this context, one organization which is in news is the OPCW, Organization of Prohibition of Chemical Weapons. Organizations of Prohibition of Chemical Weapon, very important. This organization is for non-proliferation, okay, and not use of any kind of chemicals which may harm civilians. Okay, very important. Okay, so this white phosphorus they can ask you about, and they can also ask you about OPCW. They can ask you about OPCW. Okay, guys. Next, United Nations Relief and Work Agency. Okay, guys, so this was created for basically the Palestinian refugees. Okay, the Palestinian refugees was created in 1949 by the General Assembly. Okay, the mandate was to support Palestinian refugees which during the war of 1948 and 1967 conflict. Okay, initially it was a temporary agency, later on became a permanent agency, okay, which is getting renewed every 3 years. Okay, generally it is operational in this locality. Okay, for example, Gaza, West Bank, Lebanon, Jordan, etc., etc. The funding you see is entirely voluntary funding, voluntary contribution. Okay, so very, very important. This UNRWA is in news. Okay, then United Nations Statistical Commission, this is in news. India was elected as a member. India was elected as a member. Okay, very, very important. Okay, so this is responsible for basically global statistical systems and standards. Okay, very, very important. Next, guys, WHO, 75 years, WHO. Can you tell me which day is observed as the World Health Day? Which day is observed as World Health Day? Anybody? In the comment box quickly. In the comment box, which day is observed as the World Health Day? Okay, who would like to tell? Answer. World Health Day. Okay, so WHO is very, very important organization. Okay, so you can see here that it has completed 75 years. It has completed 75 years. WHO assembly is very important. Executive board and director general. Director general is the head of WHO. He is elected by the World Health Assembly and his term is for 5 years. And his term is for 5 years. Okay. WHO has two kinds of funding sources. One is member countries paying their contribution, and second is voluntary contribution from member states, and the assessed contribution basically comes from the percentage of the GDP. Like every country, a rich country will be giving more. Okay, the remainder are voluntary contribution. Voluntary contribution also are coming to WHO. So very, very important, guys. Then guys, this organization for Animal Health, World Organization of Animal Health, this is in news because of the COVID crisis, and another reason is that it is completing 100 years. It is completing 100 years. So it is basically to fight animal diseases. It is basically to fight animal diseases. Can you tell me any 2-3 animal diseases which are in news? Can you tell me any 2-3 animal diseases which are in news, guys? Quickly in the comment box. Animal diseases which are in news. Guys, एक बार like ठोक दो यार live stream को. People who are watching it, please hit the like button if you are liking the topic selection. I'm giving you the reasons also why this topic is going to come, because 100 years and animal diseases are in news. Can you give me one animal disease which is in news? Quickly. Can you give me any animal diseases which are in news? Okay. So guys, if you see here, okay, lumpy skin disease was in news. Okay. So like that. Okay. This is very, very important. India is a member country. The idea is to control epigenetics. The idea is to control epigenetics, and also it is a very, very important organization in control of the antimicrobial resistance. It is headquartered in Paris, France. It is headquartered in Paris, France. Very important. So guys, this organization of, you can see, prohibition of chemical weapons. I was telling you this organization is in news because of the white phosphorus being used in the war between Israel and Hamas. Okay, so in that context, this OPCW becomes very important. It is an independent, autonomous international organization implementing the body of Chemical Weapon Convention, okay, which came into force in 1997. Okay, it was awarded Peace Prize in 2013. Very important. So what are the 4 key provisions? Destroy all chemical weapons under international verification by OPCW. Monitor chemical industry to prevent new weapons from emerging. Providing assistance to state parties and fostering international cooperation. Guys, let me ask you a question. Is white phosphorus banned? Is white phosphorus banned from use? Can anybody tell me? Is it banned? In the comment box, I would like to get an answer from you. I would like to get an answer from you quickly. Is white phosphorus banned? Quickly. Please get it. Okay. Check this out. This is very, very important. You may get question on that. Then guys, International Civil Aviation Organization. This is in news. Okay. So this was the result of the Chicago Convention to promote safety of civil aviation. To promote safety of civil aviation. The headquarter is in Montreal, Canada. Is in Montreal, Canada. It's a specialized agency of United Nations. Okay, so Montreal. Okay, headquarters are also very, very important. This is in news for what? carbon offsetting arrangement, which is called CORSIA. This is in news for carbon offsetting arrangement, which is called CORSIA. Very, very important. Okay. Next, guys, Bridgetown Initiative. Bridgetown Initiative, very, very important. What is Bridgetown Initiative? So, guys, reform of the multinational developmental banks. Multinational developmental banks. Okay, Bridgetown Initiative. Bridgetown Initiative to reform multinational development finance. Okay, to help poor countries fight and adapt climate change. Very, very important. Okay, I am predicting. Again, 2 marks I am gifting, 2 marks. Okay, I am gifting 2 marks. This question can come. Okay, debt sustainability of G20 in, we have already discussed debt for debt swap. Okay, debt for nature swap. Okay, debt swap for nature. We have discussed this in our environment sessions. I hope you remember, guys. I hope you remember quickly. Do you remember, guys? In the comment box, quickly. Do you remember? Ek bar, give me a thumbs up if you remember, guys. You see how we are linking things. How we are linking things. Very, very important. Do you remember? Okay, debt for nature swap. Okay, this is in news, guys. The debt is increasing. Bridgetown Initiative, very, very important, guys. How many are you remembering? Okay. Next, new global financial pact. New global financial pact, very, very important. Again, you can see here, this is a meeting which happened in, okay, Paris, which happened in Paris. Again, very, very important. Again, very, very important, guys. Quickly, very, very important. Okay. So this is important because again, this is for same thing. Guys, the poor countries, the developing countries, they do not have the finance for the climate change. And mostly these countries are in debt. In this context, okay, there are some initiatives at the international level for green financing and helping these countries. Okay, guys, very, very important. Next, Global South, Brand Line, Global South. India is the leader of Global South. What is Global South? Global Souths are the countries which are developing and underdeveloped countries. Okay, mostly they are in the, okay, southern hemisphere. Mostly, not all countries are there, but mostly. So this is called, okay, this is not a geographical term. It is more of a kind of a developmental term. Okay, very, very important. Brand line. Next, Refugee Convention. 1951 Refugee Convention. Is India the party to Refugee Convention? Is India the party to Refugee Convention? Quickly in the comment box. Is India the party to Refugee Conventions? Quickly, guys, are you enjoying the session, guys? Are you enjoying the live session? Please do comment. Write super in the chat box. If you're enjoying it, write super in the chat box. Okay, SUPER, super in the chat box, guys. India is not the member of, or India has not ratified the UN Convention on Refugee. Very, very important, guys. Okay, you should know this. Very, very important, guys. Very, very important. Asylums, refugees. Who is an asylum seeker? Who is a refugee? Okay, all this is very, very important. Next, very important topic which is in news is, guys, okay, Vienna Convention on Consular Access, Consular Relation, and Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relationship. Both of these are very, very important. Again, I repeat, again, okay, high chances of 2 marks. High chances of 2 marks. Okay, I'm telling you, please go through these 2 cards. Very, very important. Vienna Convention on Consular Relationship and Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relationship. Both of these are very, very important. Okay, both of these are very, very important, guys. You may get a question on that. You may get a question on that. Okay, is this clear, guys? Is this clear? So please do go through these 2 cards. Very, very important. These were in news, particularly, okay, when, okay, in Latin America, 2 countries, they had some issue. In that context, these were in news. So Vienna Convention on Consular Relationship was adopted in 1963. It basically provides comprehensive framework for consular relations between 2 states. Okay, so this is very, very important. And there are some privileges and there are some immunities provided to consulates. Okay, and these privileges and immunities should not be violated by any country. If it is violated, then countries can basically go to the ICJ. Countries can go to the ICJ. Very, very important, guys. Okay, the convention outlines the privileges and immunities granted to the consular officials when posted abroad. These privileges facilitate consular functions and are not for individual benefits. So very, very important. Please go through it. Okay. Next, International Atomic Energy Agency. Very, 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 very important. VVI topic. This is a VVI topic, guys. Because of the Fukushima. Okay. Go through this. Very, very important. Okay. Questions have already come on this 2 times. Okay. In 2017 and 2018, already questions have come on that. India is a member of IAEA. India is a member of IAEA. Very, very important. Okay. So this is basically to, okay, control any kind of nuclear proliferation. Okay. And cooperation in the nuclear field. Very, very important. This was in news because of the Fukushima release. Okay. They set standards. Okay. For nuclear plants and etc. etc. Okay. So very, very important. I am again saying there is one initiative, Atom for Food. Atom for Food initiative was there. So you should know this few initiatives. Very, very important. Next, guys, the most important, okay, guaranteed 2 marks. Guaranteed 2 marks is WTO. WTO, guys, WTO is a result of Marrakesh Treaty. Marrakesh Treaty, okay, very important. Okay, Marrakesh Treaty, very, very important, guys. Very, very important. 30 years of Marrakesh Treaty. 30 years of Marrakesh Treaty, guys, very, very important. Okay, it replaced the GATT. It regulates trade in international goods and services and also intellectual property rights. TRIPS. TRIPS is also very important this year. TRIPS. Okay. So what are the principles? The principles is non-discrimination, which is the most favored nation, reciprocity, then tariff commitments, then regulatory regulations, trade regulations, etc., etc. There are some arrangements for dispute settlement. The dispute settlement right now is not working. Okay, you should know that. There is one appellate body also. Then there are some terms which are related to agreement on agriculture, which basically regulates agriculture trade so that it does not become trade distorting. So guys, there are 4 kinds of subsidies: green subsidy, blue subsidy, amber box subsidy. You should know what is in the green subsidy, which does not cause any minimal distortion. Then we have blue box subsidy, okay, which limits the production. And then we have the amber box subsidies, okay. And there are other things also which are in use in WTO. For example, moratorium on electronics transmission, okay, agreement on investment and facilitation, and ITA, telecommunication agreement, okay, telecommunication agreement. These are important issues which are in news. You may get particularly the moratorium on electronic transmission, e-commerce is very, very important. And WTO and fisheries agreement also, which was achieved last year, which India has some concerns regarding this, because it basically says that, okay, we should not give subsidy to the fishermen. Okay, so that is also in news. So you may expect question on WTO. Very high chances you may expect a question on WTO. Okay, guys. With this, we come to an end of today's discussion, guys. Before we finish, okay, anybody has any doubts, anybody has any problems, any doubts, feel free to say, guys. Anybody has any problems, any doubt? Okay, tomorrow we will be discussing international groupings. Okay, tomorrow we will discuss international grouping. Okay, international grouping tomorrow we will discuss. Today we have done only international organizations, major organizations. Guys, we are only discussing the most important ones, expected topics. We are discussing only expected, most important ones. We are only discussing that. Okay, so keep this in mind. Okay, guys. Yes, I will provide the list. Amazing session. How was the session, Tanpreet? Okay, Shivani, how was the session today? Okay, Puddu, Suma, how was the session today, guys? Any problem anyone is facing? Please tell me any problem. Guys, before we end this session, anyone facing any problem? Guys, keep the motivation high. Let me tell you, keep the motivation high. Okay, because see, you are preparing exam for getting into the top services of the country. You will be the leader. Tomorrow you are going to be the leader. Okay, so obviously the competition is going to be very high. Okay, so we have to work hard. We just can't, okay, get demoralized. Okay, because if we succeed, it is we who are going to get the name and fame. Okay, no one else is going to get the name and fame. Okay, so do not complain. Many students, they keep on complaining, this is problem, that is problem, and just they talk about complaints. Guys, come out of that. Be very positive in the next 30 days. Okay, just think, I can do it, I will do it, I'm ready to give whatever it takes to crack this examination. And guys, I will be there with you in the next 30 days. I will be standing with you, I'll be walking with you, I'll be running with you in this UPSC journey. I'll be pushing you always. Just keep on revising the important topics, keep on taking the important test. All these things will be very, very useful for your examination. With this, let me end the session, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.